we are back live here on our big broadcast. We are coast to coast and border to border on iHeartRadio today and also AM/FM. 247.com, TuneIn, iTunes, and of course you can find us each and every day over there at JiggyJaguar.com. And for all of our musician interviews, you can find us at themic.fun for more information. We have a great guest joining us today here on our big broadcast. He is amazing, and he is going to be part of the Red Shed Music Series coming up this weekend in Hutchinson, Kansas at the Red Shed. Jimmy Warren is with us. Jimmy, how are you, my friend?
I'm real good. Thanks so much for having me.
So tell me a little bit about your background. How did you get started doing this music thing, my friend?
Oh my God. Well, I kind of fell into it. A buddy of mine was playing drums for Buddy Guy, and we were in a local band together, and I started hanging out in Chicago at Buddy Guy's with him, and it just evolved. Before you know it, I was playing with people like Junior Wells and Otis Rush and guys like that, and it just kind of ballooned.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So what made you want to pick up a guitar years and years ago?
Oh, well, I always loved music, and I was always, I always leaned towards the guitar players. And I would have to say, people like Eddie Van Halen, he was probably the main guy that really drove me to it.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Jimmy Warren with us today. He's going to be part of the Red Shed Music Series, and of course, his performance will be this Saturday night at the Red Shed. They pretty much have had a who's who of music, especially blues musicians, come through there. How did you end up getting this gig? Because there's a lot of people trying to get in there. How were you able to make it past and get on the bill?
Well, I don't really know. All I can tell you is I do like I do with everything else. I submit my music and I cross my fingers. I don't know if part of it has to do with the fact that, I have a decent following and fan base due to my podcast. I don't know if that's part of it. I don't know if he just liked the new music, the new album that I did, that I released, during the pandemic and that, or if he just happened to be in a good mood the day that my stuff came across his desk. I'm not exactly sure, but I'm looking forward to it because a lot of my friends, a lot of the people that I know, play there. So I know that it's a nice place to play. So I'm really looking forward to it.
So, Jimmy Warren is our guest. He joins us here on our big broadcast. You've got a lot of great tunes out there. Tell me a little bit about your latest music collection, my friend.
Well, in 2019, I went back into the studio after dropping out of music for a number of years. And I put out an album, or it was an EP, and I used Walter Trout's band. I had the guys from his band play on it, and I was going to release it and tour it. And then, of course, the world went to hell. And, I sat on it like a lot of other people did. And so it's a collection. It's only got one original song. I put out 9 albums, but this is one that's only got one original song on it. And I did a lot of the music that I really love from artists that I really love that I don't get to play that often. And so, I'm really excited, to have the opportunity now, this year of traveling around and being able to play it. So, but that's the newest one. It's an EP. It's called the Thunderclap Sessions. It was recorded at Thunderclap Studios in Hammond, Indiana. And I used Walter Trout's band. They were on the West Coast, and we worked it all out so that they could do their parts there, and we mixed it all here, and now we're ready to go.
Fantastic. So
yeah,
we are going to play some of your music here in just a few seconds. Tell me a little bit about Prisoner of Love. We're going to play this video. It's on your YouTube channel, and we're going to play it for the TV and the social media audience here.
Well, cool. That's actually, it's not an original song. That's one of those songs that I was talking about that I
Yep.
I love to play and never get the opportunity too well. But I'm a huge Robin Ford fan, like a lot of people. And it's a song that Robin's been doing, years and years ago. And it's something that I wanted to be able to do my own version of. And so that's what it is. It's my version of Robin Ford's Prisoner of Love.
That's awesome. Well, we're going to do this. We're going to play this. And when we come back, we have got more coming up with Jimmy Warren here on our big broadcast, coast to coast, border to border on iHeartRadio today. And Jimmy Warren joins us. He's going to be playing the Red Shed Music Venue coming up this weekend. It is going to be a big, big show. And just a lot of people are very interested in Jimmy Warren. And here he is right now with Prisoner of Love on our big broadcast.
Used to be my good thing. I use your way. Let you know when you need me. Now you got a price to pay. I tell you something, like the enough prison of love. I'm getting prison of love. Now you said a man should be free. How could loving be a sin? I turned around and left me, and I did again. I turned myself like the enough prison of love. I'm out in prison love.
That is is Jimmy Warren. He joins us here on our big program, coast to coast, border to border on iHeartRadio today and AMFM247.com. And we go back live to Jimmy Warren, October 30th. He the Red Shed here in Hutchinson, Kansas, October 30th, 8 p.m. And tickets are available on Eventbrite. You can also get them at the door at the Red Shed Music Venue. So you have been doing this thing for a heck of a long time. You've also got this incredibly popular radio program. Tell us about Guitar Talk, my friend.
Yeah, well, when I recorded that album that I was just telling you about, and things kind of went south with the whole pandemic and not being able to tour or release it, I started wondering what the heck was I going to do so that I could, stay relevant, in music without just, going to the background like a lot of people were. And so since I had hosted a radio show in the past, I decided to do something guitar-centered. So I started a podcast called Guitar Talk. And since then I've had, the who's who of guitar players from around the world, everybody from Satriani to, Steve Vai and Larry Carlton. I mean, you absolutely name it. I've had the best. And we're getting ready to go now into our third season. So
wow,
it's going really well.
That's awesome. So
yeah.
When you decided to put this all together, what was your beginning process? Did you reach out to various people with the idea, or how did this all go for you?
Yeah, not necessarily, because when I had my radio show before, I had guests on. It was a talk show.
Yeah.
But I played their music, kind of like what we're doing here.
Yeah.
I would have a guest on, I'd play their music and that. But I decided this go around, I wanted to do something that was just talk, and I wanted it to be centered around guitars. And since I know so many people in the industry, I know a lot of these players already. I already knew managers and publicists and record label people and stuff. So I just started reaching out to people that I thought would make great guests. And it just grew from there. My very first guest was Mark Goldenberg, who's the guitarist for Jackson Browne and Willie Nelson. And it's just blown up ever since, and it's bigger and bigger and bigger. Now we got Guitar Talk TV on our official website, which we have videos and gear demos and all kinds of different reviews on albums and all kinds of stuff. So it's really grown.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
It is Jimmy Warren. He's with us today here on our broadcast. He's going to be part of the big Red Shed Music Series this Saturday, October 30th, 8 p.m. is when you'll be able to see Mr. Warren do the damn thing, as they say. And it's also going to be a Halloween-themed party. So if you come dress in your favorite rock costume, you have a chance to win a cash prize. And it's going to be spooky fun, music, food trucks, the whole 9 yards. Jimmy Warren this weekend. So who are your top 3 people that you would love to play music with or have played music with in the past?
Well, I've been pretty fortunate that I've been able to play with some of the people, that I've always admired in that. But, I would say, I hate to put a name on who my favorite players are, but Carl Verheyen from Supertramp is definitely one of my favorite players. Alan Hines, who's an instructor at MIT out in California, he's by far one of my favorite players, and I don't know, I'd probably say Bernie Charavelli, who plays with Michael McDonald. He's one of my favorites too.
That's awesome.
In that. So, but I've been fortunate, I've played with a lot of really well-known people over the years, and, I've been able to have those kinds of experiences. So it's been cool.
That's cool. That's really cool.
Mm-hmm.
So, now that you're back on the road performing and everything, how do you squeeze in the performances with still being able to maintain this project that you started, Guitar Talk?
Well, when I first came out with Guitar Talk, I think I did 4 shows a week, and I've eventually gone down to 1 show a week. It's just on Wednesdays now. I record the show a couple of months out. So like right now, I hate to say it's been on autopilot, for the last month or so, because all the shows are already done through to the beginning of January. I am just now starting to do interviews for January, February and March and that. So I try to stay a few months ahead of it. And, and when I get some downtime, if I know that I'm not going to be playing in that real seriously for a week or 2, I'll try to do, 10 or 12 or 15 interviews through the course of a week if I can. And I'll just stockpile it, for lack of better words.
That's awesome.
And then I'll produce the show, Yeah.
It's pretty cool. We have got Jimmy Warren with us today. He joins us live here on our broadcast. And as we wrap up here with you, my friend, do you have a full band coming with you this weekend, or is it just you, or how's that going to work?
Yeah, no, I'm gonna bring the trio. There's gonna be 3 of us in that, but they're all seasoned cats. My drummer Cam, the last artist he was playing with was Joanna Connors.
Wow.
So he's toured with her, and my bass player, he's played with a lot of regional acts. So it's a tight group. It's a great band, and so if people come out, I mean, they're gonna get their money's worth for sure. It's gonna be a great night of music.
That's awesome. Well, Jimmy, we will see you this weekend out at the Red Shed. Thanks for doing this, man. I really appreciate the time, and thanks for being with us today.
You bet. Take care.
Appreciate it, brother. There he goes. That is Jimmy Warren, and he is going to be part of the Red Shed Music Series this weekend out there at the old Red Shed. And before we go, we want to do some more Jimmy Warren. It is Next to Me. It is a fantastic tune. It's here on your big